Yo, what's up, baby? Another edition. It's actually a trailer review. We usually do movie talk. We do TV show talk. Today we're doing trailer talk and a little bit of trailer review. It's for the featurepresentation.com where movies and music meet. I'm DJ Sus One. I got my guy Quasi, who's been on a few episodes already, and we got a new friend of mine who hasn't been on any episodes yet, but he is a Godzilla fanatic. He got the Kong shirt. That's my boy Finale right there. Finale, what's up?
Godzilla pissing on Kong. Yeah.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
Look,
Yeah.
let me set this up. I am not, look, I know Kong since the black and white 1930s King Kong, right? I know the story of Kong. I don't know the story of Godzilla the way you guys do. When I saw the trailer that was released, the new Godzilla vs. Kong trailer, it was just exciting to see these two entities, these two big bodies, these two, legends of monsters fight. But that's as far as it went for me. So this episode is really on you guys. I want to know what you guys thought of the trailer, being a Godzilla fan, being a Kong fan, and nerding on them way more than I know. And just tell me what you think. Is it going to be good? Does it look like it's going to suck? Does it look like it's going to be great? Are they doing the right thing as far as the legacy of both these Godzilla and Kong? Like, talk to me. Let's start with Quasi first.
Well, yeah, first of all, the trailer was amazing. And they're setting up something that's, I think, kind of like a little misdirect, but they're setting it up well. So basically the two titans are going to fight, obviously Godzilla versus Kong. The way the trailer's set up, it's kind of like Godzilla's going to be the bad guy, but I think that's more of a misdirect. There's some kind of control going on, and that's in the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything for people. But to answer a couple of your questions, all the movies that they've done so far that Legendary has done in the MonsterVerse have led up to this. So you had Godzilla 2014, then you had the Skull Island with Kong in there, which was his origins. Then you had 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, the King of the Monsters, which was Godzilla, and then him teaming up with Rodan and all that, or not teaming up, but fighting Rodan and King Ghidorah and all that stuff. So it set up the whole stage for this Kong Godzilla fight that fans knew was coming, because this is technically something that real fans have seen when the King Kong original King Kong versus Godzilla movie was out back in the early 60s. So this is one of those things where it's kind of like the MonsterVerse version of Batman v Superman. It's the same kind of vibe.
Yeah.
So basically you're telling me the way they set it up, they didn't make the mistake that Batman v Super made and rush things. They did the proper individual.
No, exactly. There's enough setup. Yeah, let Bishop comment a little bit on that.
They had origin stories.
Yeah, they absolutely
had
did.
origin stories. Yeah.
All right, let me get to Finale, because I want to set it up properly, because based off of his background, which looks like a Godzilla shrine, a Godzilla shrine place right there in his house, he knows a lot about Godzilla. So Finale,
yes,
based off your knowledge, you being a fan since you were a kid, what did you think of the trailer? And how did you think of the last couple of Godzilla movies leading up to this?
Okay, so I liked them all. I definitely did, because I was able to see Godzilla in a way that we never seen him before, because of technology and graphics and acting style, filming movie style. So I appreciate him. The things I don't appreciate was the time Godzilla spent on the screen. In the first movie, it was a 2-hour movie, and he was only on screen for 10 minutes. Yeah. Right? So we didn't really get to see him. A lot of it was teased. A lot of it was in the dark, but the tempo was great. Then we get a change of speed in King of the Monsters. He gets more time, but the fights are still in dark, and there's a lot of cutaways. We're going to see a monster movie. We know this, right? When you go see a Marvel movie, you want to see the heroes on screen. You want to see the fights. You want to see the battles. In King of the Monsters, the last Godzilla movie, the biggest problem was the cutaways, and the fighting scenes were always in the dark. So you had a lot of dark, a lot of weather, a lot of smoke and screen. And then you got 2 seconds and then humans, 2 seconds and then humans. So this movie, again, as he said, spoilers. Before I speak, I'm going to say possible spoiler alerts if I'm correct about anything. Or
we're going to put that in the description.
Okay, all right.
This is a spoiler episode.
Oh, okay, all right, cool. We know we're going to get 5 minutes of straight fight time in Godzilla vs. Kong. The end battle is 5 minutes, no cutaways, Godzilla and Kong duking it out in China. Okay, so to go up to speed with the Godzilla vs. Kong movie coming out. I think it's going to be good. There are things I don't appreciate about it, but I'm a fan, and I'm not trying to be biased. I like the trailer, but I see what they're trying to do. They are doing a misdirection, and there are things in that trailer that a lot of people didn't see, and you're going to start seeing it over the week. I think they showed us Mecha Godzilla in the opening scene of the trailer.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Mention that.
I think they showed us. I mean, I do know he's going to be in the movie. It's another thing I personally don't like about it, because 2014 and 2019 were more grounded in reality. I get it. You don't have these big kaijus 400 feet tall, but just like you don't have a Superman or a Tony Stark's, they're trying to build it and mold it around to make it more grounded. We don't have that technology. So they went from having an Osprey helicopter to having Pacific Rim technology in a year and a half. That doesn't happen. So I don't like that, but doesn't mean I'm not going to enjoy it. So yes, we're going to get Godzilla fighting Kong. You need to have Kong, right? Tell me you don't. Kong is what? Protector of what? Skull Island.
Yep.
Right? But Godzilla's protector of Earth in this universe, because this is not the Godzilla. Yeah, this is not Godzilla from 60s, 70s, and the 50s, and the 80s, and the 90s, and the 2000s, early 2000s. This Godzilla is a protector of Earth. You need to give them driving force. Why does Godzilla want to fight Kong? Why does Kong want to fight Godzilla? So when we get into this trailer, if we're getting down into a breakdown and I get to come with my fan theories, that's when we're going to put the puzzles together.
Yeah.
Guys, now once again, I don't know about this world the way you guys do, but I saw Kong seemed like he was handcuffed or being restrained with some green serum behind his shoulders.
Yep.
What is that about? Is that some new? Is that
I'll go
new
second.
universes?
That's new. That's new. Him being shackled isn't. He's always been chained up.
Yeah, him being shackled is like an homage to the old movie. It actually is how they did it in the old movie. They brought Kong over to Godzilla. So I think they're setting this up the same way. Basically, the way they're setting up from the trailer, they're setting it up as something's up with Godzilla. He's terrorizing the world. Their last resort is to bring another Titan in, which would be King Kong. So they shackle him up, move him over to where they think Godzilla's going to be, and that's how the first. Basically, they're like pushing them into each other's path. That's the vibe of the trailer. That's been seen before, like Finale's talking about. Yeah. But there's something else behind it. So the theory with Mecha Godzilla is it's valid. I think you're going to see that, and there's actually a little Easter egg in the trailer too. If you really
in the end of the King of the Monsters, they were building a mechanized giants, but Apex is the so you already have Monarch. Apex is the counter company of Monarch, so that's their antagonist. Apex is a cybernetics company. They're the ones that's going to build Mecha Godzilla. They deal with cybernetics. Because remember, you got King Ghidorah's head in the last movie that Kevin, that Godzilla ripped off. That's what they're probably going to use to power Mecha Godzilla, because they need a power source. So King Ghidorah is electromagnetic currents constantly flowing through him and a regenerative cell. But what I think happens on an aircraft carrier and that serum that Sus was just mentioning, yes, it can be like a solution to knock him out and keep him sedated. Yes, it can be a serum like a testosterone or a steroid to get him juiced up and pumped up. But I think it's a mind controller. That's how they're keeping him shackled. I don't think that I think that fight scene on the boat happened. I think that's the image they were giving him. They were fooling with him to make him believe that, because he wants to protect people. So if they put this in his mind that Godzilla is attacking people and them, that gives him reason to fight Godzilla. I think that's what they're doing. I think because how else can they shackle something that big, right? He has to. I'm looking at the trailer and I'm looking at the connection between him and that girl. So something happens on Skull Island, and that girl is the last of the Iwi tribe. And he wants to protect the Iwi tribe. That's what he's always been doing, even in the last movie, Skull Island, that he was in. So there's a connection between this little girl and Kong. They use the girl to get to Kong. They're using Kong to get to Godzilla. Godzilla wants to keep all the Titans in check. So Kong is a challenger. He doesn't bow to Godzilla supreme in his reign. He's going to fight you. They need to give Kong motivation to fight Godzilla. So what other motivation is there? Then you also have, let's say, MECCA GODZILLA, who is staging these attacks too. So MECCA GODZILLA, remember the original, they always do callbacks. So remember 75, the first MECCA GODZILLA movie, Godzilla vs. Mecha. Do you remember that movie?
Yep.
The original. All right. Do you remember
yeah.
when MECCA GODZILLA first showed up? He looked like Godzilla.
You know what? That was going to be part of my next part. I was like, there
okay,
could be something
get
I was going to go there because I was like, oh, I see what they could be doing. They could be setting it up so that all the rampaging done by Godzilla is really MECCA GODZILLA, and you don't find out to the end where Kong and Godzilla fight again. And then even with that big ass axe, he starts like knocking through Godzilla, and you finally see his MECCA GODZILLA, and then the real Godzilla and him would come to fight. And that would make a lot of sense if that's what they're trying to do. Because like I said, it's a misdirect, and they're doing that on purpose. Because your point is valid. Like, yo, why would Godzilla want to fight Kong if they're both protectors?
He's not a threat.
Yeah,
Kong is a good guy. He's not a threat. He wants to protect humans, and Godzilla wants to protect Earth. So why would two protectors fight?
I will disagree with you saying that I think that fight on the carrier is going to be real. I think that's the whole staging for the companies thinking they're doing the right thing. And maybe they drug Kong on Skull Island or whatever, get him off the island, kind of the callback to the original King Kong movie, that whole setup thing. So that can be a part of it. But I do think that part's real. But I think maybe that fight that we do see on the carrier, that might be the first MECCA GODZILLA misdirect, where you actually you think it's Godzilla, but it's MECCA GODZILLA.
Oh, that's why well, what I'm saying is I don't think that's Godzilla.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Because if you look at the scaling, it's all off. Godzilla would not be able to stand on any boat.
Yeah.
His weight alone, once he grabbed the boat, if you look at the jet, when his hand hits the boat, the jet is the same size as his hand. And there's a helicopter by his foot when he's standing on it, that's the same size as his foot. He's not that small.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, I was kind of wondering about, like, he's not going to be able to get up on a carrier, dude. He swims through carriers. He's
exactly.
He's like however many.
I don't care I don't care if it's the Nimitz class that's as long as him. There's a difference of being as big and being able to sustain the impact and the weight of two of these. Godzilla's 90,000 tons. Like you're not carrying that, and him moving his tail, the swiping, but it was the jets and the helicopters on the craft that gave it away. Yeah, his foot is not, the helicopter's not as big as his foot.
But I'm gonna tell you, most of the majority of the fans, or not even the fans, majority of people won't notice that. They specifically set this trailer up as a misdirect. So Sorry, no, I was gonna say, and the title, if people notice, it's Godzilla versus Kong, and the original was Kong versus Godzilla. Yes. Basically, what they're saying is Godzilla's a more popular character now. Back in the day, Kong, it was King Kong. Kong was more popular. So now they're doing this on purpose, whereas Godzilla's the main, he's our main protagonist. So there's no way that Godzilla's not gonna, be seen as that at the end of the movie.
Yeah, no, I think right now they're playing on people's emotion. People are attached to gorillas and monkeys because they can relate to them. So that's why these teasers and this trailer really focuses more on Kong than Godzilla. They're playing on that emotional attachment that people have to an animal they can relate to. Right. That's why they put the girl in there. So you get empathy and you get emotionally drawn into it. Right now, looking at the trailer, I'm a Godzilla fan. I can care less about Kong. I really can. All right. But not because he's fighting Godzilla. I mean, I don't care about Mothra. Like there's certain, I just don't care about, like, it's just cheesy, like a big moth, a big ape. I've seen it before many times, nothing special. But I even feel sorry for him. You don't look at Godzilla and feel like you could hurt him. It's the same as Superman. You don't look at Superman and say, I feel sorry for him, because you can't hurt him, but Batman can be hurt. Right. So you can play with the emotional string. And I think that's what they're doing with Kong, because Kong is something that people can relate to. People can't relate to a crocodile.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. A big ass lizard. That's true.
Yeah, they can relate to an ape, a dog.
But at the same time, Godzilla's like, the first movie was received really well. The second one was pretty good too, King of the Monsters. So I think people are there. A lot more people are on board now. So, and to your point, I think, like I said, the final is it'll be similar to Batman v Superman. They fight, but then they get together to fight a bigger threat. And that's going to be the real payoff.
Yeah, it's going to be, we need to get Kong over here, give him drive to fight Godzilla. Right. Kong sees Godzilla as a threat because he's going mad and mental, killing things, because he's trying to destroy this Orca device or the Apex company. He's trying to create the balance. He's going mad for some reason. That's, the misdirection. Kong is like, okay, I got to stop this guy. They fight. Godzilla's worn out. Mechagodzilla shows up to give Godzilla a finishing blow. Kong comes in to save Godzilla, and then Godzilla and Kong end up having a mutual respect for each other. No, that's after they fight.
Oh,
They
I see what
duke
you're
it
saying.
out.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
they duke it out. Godzilla's worn out from the fight, and Mechagodzilla comes in to finish Godzilla. Kong saves Godzilla from Mechagodzilla. Now they team up to fight Mechagodzilla.
Oh, I see what you're
Batman,
saying.
Superman, Doomsday.
Okay, I
You
got
know?
you. Yeah, yeah.
Once again, I want to say,
it
guys,
could very
this is
well
also-
go down that way.
This is
Yes,
this is all
yes.
speculation of how it possibly could go.
Yeah, no,
down.
yeah, it's total speculation. But I think
Yes.
I think finale's on point because I knew they were gonna do some sort of misdirect, and it didn't occur to me until I was like halfway through the trailer. I was like, oh, they might be doing it from like the classic Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla movie, which basically like finale was kind of saying, just a refresher on that movie. Mecha Godzilla starts off where it's looked at like you think it's Godzilla, but because he's all done up like he's the real Godzilla, but then later the two Godzillas meet and you're like, oh shit. And then obviously Godzilla starts chipping away at Mechagodzilla, and you see it's this big metallic monster underneath, and they fight, so it's revealed. So that would make a lot of sense. Either way, I'm in. I'm like you, I'm a super Godzilla fan. I'm a super Godzilla fan. I don't mind Kong though. I don't mind the Kong stories. In fact, I'm one of those people that I hate the original because I hate the fact that Godzilla technically loses that fight. I'm like, come on, son. But
yeah, it's if
but that was based on the popularity at the time.
Yeah,
so
if we go down there, but also because of America and Japan relations. America was a Kong monster. Japan, Godzilla's a Japanese monster.
Yeah.
But if you watch that movie, you actually watch it right now. If you were judging a fight, like a professional fight,
yeah,
Kong doesn't win. Godzilla has more blows.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Didn't stop Kong. He wasn't trying to kill him. He was letting him recover. He knocked him out twice. He was asleep. And he's like, wake up.
Yeah.
Right. And then they do this plot armor. This is what did. All right. You know what? I got to say, Sus, give me a second. And I got to say this. I'm hoping they don't do a lot of plot armor for Kong because the plot armor they gave Kong in the first one was, so the first Godzilla came out in 1954, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the first line of defense Japan tried to use was Tokyo's electrical grid. And they're like, got a whole electrical grid system surrounding the city. And they wanted to shock him with whatever, 9 million volts or whatever. It didn't work. He walked right through it. Electricity doesn't bother him. But then when he fights Kong, they make Godzilla's weakness electricity. And Kong's, and then King Kong's strength, electricity.
Yeah, it was so stupid. It really was bad.
The plot armor. So that's what I'm worried about with this one. Is the plot armor that they give Kong. I'm really worried about that plot armor.
Well, you already see part of the plot armor that
with the dorsal plate
is the axe with the dorsal plate. So that big ass axe at the end, Sus, is like somehow Kong gets a piece of Godzilla's dorsal fin, and he puts it on an axe and uses that as a weapon.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you guys about. I wanted to know about that axe. And
I got a theory.
I also wanted to know what you guys thought about the visuals, besides the story plot line and the happened and speculations. What did you guys think about the visuals of Godzilla and Kong? The little bit that they gave us, Kong punching Godzilla in the face and jumping up and with that axe right in the face. And what did you guys think of the visuals and the special effects that they gave us in this trailer?
The visuals to me are going to be on point. So see, I'm with Finale on King of the Monsters. I get his gripe, especially the first one. There's a lot of teasing. You don't get a lot of Godzilla. It's all in the dark. The second one, you had a little bit more because they actually did have a fight or two. You could see a little bit more. This one, each one they make, it evolves. They make
adjustments.
Steps. They upgrade. So I think this one's going to have a lot of benefit on top of the fact visually that it was supposed to come out summer, I think, last year. So they've had more time, more time than
last spring.
To upgrade the computer graphics. And I think that's always been the problem with them doing a lot of monster, having the monsters actually be seen more in the movies. It's just because of the graphics and them, fine tuning everything. So now you've really got a finished piece that's going to sell a lot more. The monsters are really going to look like they're really, really fighting. And from the visuals that I see, when Kong punches Godzilla, it looks realistic. I know they use a lot of motion capture for that and stuff before they actually, do the computer graphics, which is great. I think the visuals are going to be amazing. Story-wise, we'll see. Like I'm with Finale. If they do too much kind of like we make it too convenient, so Kong's got this one up, and it's like, because that's really the only way Kong wins a fight against Godzilla is to have he cheats. He's gonna have to cheat. He needs a cheat code.
He needs a cheat code.
Yeah, he needs a cheat code because Godzilla's got way too many strength.
He's way too much.
Yeah,
Yeah, way
he's
too much.
powerful.
Let me say something real quick, bro. Now, from a perspective of not being such a Godzilla and Kong nerd, I better get more than 5 minutes of fucking fighting.
Well, no, like finale.
No.
You're gonna
I
have a
better
finale
get more
fight
than
with
5
them.
minutes,
Oh,
yo.
no,
I
no,
was
no.
so upset in Batman v Superman when they only gave us like 5 minutes.
No.
Well, that's
No,
a whole
what-
other story.
No, what you're gonna get is you're gonna have multiple monsters fighting, and then there's gonna be like Godzilla's doing his destruction, Kong's fighting the war bats and the other, skull crawlers and the other monsters from the Hollow Earth and on Skull Island. But when they meet, you're gonna get two Godzilla fights. Probably you're gonna get the first Godzilla and Kong meet, and Godzilla's probably. I mean, I'm speculating he's gonna, wash him from there. Kong's gonna realize, all right, I can't see this dude just, fisticuffs. I need a one up.
I need a
And this is gonna go into your axe that you were saying. He gets in the Hollow Earth. I think he actually gets that axe from a previous fight because she says it. The myths are all true.
That's right.
And Kong puts his hand over another print of another Kong hand. So I think he gets that axe from a previous ancient fight between one of his species and a Godzilla species.
Yeah.
And that's when he gets like the Thor Mjolnir hammer. Like now he has fucking Stormbreaker. Sorry, Chris. Now he has Stormbreaker.
Yeah.
He's raising the axe up like, now I got the power. And I think that's how he gets the axe. The axe was made a long time ago from one of Godzilla's dorsal plates, and that's going to protect him from his being, because it seems like even if Godzilla tries to blast him with it, the dorsal plate attracts it to him, to the plate, and it absorbs it. But what doesn't make sense is if he strikes him with that dorsal plate, why would it affect Godzilla? Because it's his energy. It's radiation.
Right.
Like it's just going to make him more powerful. And I think that fight's 5 minutes straight, and then there's going to be more fighting when they team up against the other guys. So you're going to get a lot more than 5 minutes of fighting, but they stated you get 5 minutes of no cutaway.
That's gonna be cool. If they
Just
stick
them-
to that, they better
yes,
stick to that.
of
They'll
them
say
just-
a lot of that sometimes, and then you see the movie and then they do the cutaways. You're like, oh my God. It's like,
Yeah. And then there's probably a lot of footage in these trailers that are not even going to be in a movie,
yeah.
because a lot of movies do that too.
And they're
right?
teasing the Godzilla Kong fight, that big one where he's got the axe, that's actually going to be in Japan, because the thing was too.
Oh, it's China.
Like,
It's China.
was it China or Japan?
It's China.
Okay, all right. But either
You
way,
look
you
at the
haven't-
buildings. Yeah, it's China.
Okay, all right. But you haven't seen Godzilla actually fight. He's been fighting the last two movies where he's actually been in the U.S. So this is actually a callback to
That last fight's in China. It's not Japan. It's China.
Okay, but still,
Yeah.
it's kind of a callback to the origin.
And honestly, I don't really think he's hitting Godzilla with that axe at that point. I think that's a setup. I think they want us to think he's hitting him with that axe.
I honestly think that's gonna be the Mecha Godzilla, him fighting Mecha Godzilla at that point, but he's not revealed yet. And maybe that axe is the first hit, and then you start seeing the
That'd
cracks.
be great. I'm on for that.
I think it's something like that. I think that's where they're going. I'm speculating now because I think that's what they're trying to do, and I think that's dope if they do that.
Pause real quick. Just explain to somebody like me and people who might be watching that's not into it as much as you guys are. What is Mega Godzilla?
Mecha.
Mecha
Godzilla.
You explain it for now.
He's just a mechanized version of Godzilla, like a big robot. That's it. But shaped like Godzilla.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna end up doing a breakdown of the trailer for my own personal reasons, like not post it. I mean, I can with you if you wanted to, but I'm gonna study that. I'm gonna look at the news clippings that are on the wall in certain scenes, and you can hear when they cut certain words. Like there's in the beginning, it says, we need Kong. The world needs him. I don't think that's the sentence, because they did that in the last two Godzilla movies where they spliced, and it made you feel like they were saying one thing, but that's not what they said. They just spliced the words together. I don't think that's the same conversation, but they're really driving the tune that Kong is the good guy, Godzilla's the villain. And that's why fans like me and him, we can spot if that was Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah.
And most people wouldn't. Right now, the average person that doesn't know anything about it would see it and they would be like, okay, Godzilla's bad. Kong is the savior. We need Kong to stop Godzilla. And they're going to have an emotional attachment to Kong. One, because he's an ape, and two, because he's the good guy.
Right.
And that's the tune they're playing on right now with that trailer. It bothers me from being a Godzilla fan, yes, but I appreciate it because it's good to get people that aren't fans.
Right.
It's good for the regular viewer. I get it. You're playing an emotional string, and
Yep.
okay, we need as much people because Kong did really good. Skull Island did
Yeah,
really
Skull
good.
Island did really good. I think it did better
Now-
than King of the Monsters, right?
No, it did. It did better than all
Yeah.
of them. Now, but again, look at the lineup. You had Sam Jackson. You had a heavy lineup of actors.
Right.
But and it was Tom Hiddleston, the one that plays Loki.
Yeah, Hiddleston, yeah, the one
Like,
who played
yeah,
Loki.
you
Yep, he
you
was in it.
had people. Now, I'm intrigued, man. I'm really intrigued. I'm really curious. I'm gonna watch it in the movie theaters and on HBO Max. It comes out a day before my birthday, so happy
nice.
birthday, me. Yeah,
Nice.
like it was supposed to come out in May, and they
Mar-
bumped it
yeah.
up to March 26th.
March
And,
26th.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
of
saying.
course. I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch it all weekend.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
support. I'm gonna do my part, and I'm gonna support.
That's
it.
like magic for finale that his favorite monster's coming out on his birthday.
Oh my God. It's like, it's so apropos too. I feel the same way because literally for me, obviously movies out in LA, theaters aren't open. So I have no choice. but to
Better
watch
come
it on
this way.
HBO
Better
Max.
come out east.
I
We
know,
got
dude.
some
I
theaters.
might
We
just
got
to
some
watch the
theaters.
damn thing because I
You gotta
want to
see
feel
that on the
robbed.
big screen.
I was
You
gonna say I'm
got
gonna
to.
feel robbed not seeing it on the big screen because there's some movies you just got to. But
You
I'm
have
still
to.
gonna watch it on HBO Max like on a loop probably. 'Cause
Oh yeah,
it's-
no, I'm on it.
Is that
I'm
dope?
gonna. Everybody around me is gonna hate me.
It's like that dope.
They're gonna hate me.
I
It's
was
on
the
repeat.
kid who, when King of the Monsters came out, I was there like before opening night. I was like in the theater. I watched that shit in theaters like maybe like 5 times. You know.
Oh, that's
before
it. I went
Yeah.
to 2.
That's it?
I went to.
Yeah,
I
no,
went, I went to 2 premieres. I saw it twice, a couple weeks before it came out, and then I
Nice.
paid for it. I went and
Okay.
paid to see it 10 times.
Yeah, I paid for it
Wow.
to see it 5 times.
Yes,
but
that
and I
was my
still bought
goal.
the
No,
Blu-ray
my
and
goal
everything.
was 10 times. That was my goal because I want to
Gotcha.
support this
Gotcha.
because we want more of this.
Absolutely.
Like if it does well, they're gonna do another deal with Toho to do more movies, and I
Yes.
want that because the way America does movies, okay, I appreciate the puppets and the setups and the man in the suit because it's nostalgia, but having the computer animation and the techniques we have now with the motion capturing, you get to see them doing things you don't get to see them doing
Exactly.
in a costume. So I appreciate it a lot. So I want to see some more. I want to see some more. Oh, and to touch on a point, you notice they don't call Kong King Kong yet.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
He's probably going to get that title after this.
There's a
What you're saying? He's gonna whip Godzilla's ass now? He's gonna get-
No. What I think's gonna happen? No. What I think's gonna happen is he's gonna become king of Skull Island, like officially. Godzilla right now is officially king of the monsters. So what I think's gonna happen is it's 2 tiers. You got like police, and then you got military. Kong is police, Godzilla is military. What I think's gonna happen, this is what my speculation is. They fight. Godzilla, Kong gets his lickings in, but Godzilla's gonna put the beats on him. He's gonna smoke him, and Kong's gonna earn Godzilla's respect. Godzilla's gonna see that he can be utilized. He's a good Titan. He doesn't need to bow to Godzilla, but he's not gonna get out of line. He's not a threat to the balance or the humanity. So Kong is good. He's not a threat, and Godzilla is gonna realize that. This is the last film America has. They had a three movie deal with Toho, and now Toho is going to reboot and do another series on their own. But this will be a perfect segue, a perfect way as a goodbye letter. Kong now has the crown. Godzilla is going to retire. He's going to go back to the Hollow Earth. He's going to go back to one of his temples, and he's going to rest up. And it's not like he's going to look at Kong and be like, all right, you got it, my man. He's going to look at him, nod, and he's going to go off. This is the last movie. Now they can continue making movies with Kong because that's an American monster. But Godzilla, they have to put on the hanger for now until they do another deal. So it's a perfect way to set it up where Godzilla's going to retire. He's going to go rest. And now it's Kong's responsibility to protect Earth while Godzilla hibernates.
Complete speculation, but that sounds great.
Yes, that's what I would like to see. It makes sense. Everybody's happy. Nobody loses. Kong gets his respect, you know what I mean? And then he gets his crown king. And now they can continue making movies until they do another deal with Japan if they ever do. you don't kill off Godzilla, you don't kill Kong because you're killing your options of making movies.
Yeah, that's definitely not happening. Neither one.
No, it's not. I mean, it's in contract that Godzilla can't die. Like it was in contract. They couldn't change the likeness because of what they did in the 98
the
one.
98 version.
Yeah, no,
they
Japan, Toho put things in contract. Like, look, you can't do this, you can't do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's how Kong's gonna get his king, because he's gonna fight the king. He's gonna hold his ground. There's gonna be a mutual respect. The way he saves Godzilla, again, opinion of mine, from Mecha Godzilla, he's gonna help him. Godzilla's gonna give him the respect, and then he's gonna go off into hibernation. And some human in there will say it to somebody who can't put it together themselves, so they can hear it. Oh, Godzilla's gonna go hibernating now. I guess it's got Kong's
probably the Millie
responsibility.
Bobby Brown character from the last movie that they're bringing back. Who, by the way, that's the little girl who's like, something's up with Godzilla. I think some kind of sort of mind control, and then the other kid jumps in. Yeah, I think you're right. Or the black dude.
And
on
then
there
the other
like,
guy,
yeah,
the other guy.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I buy that theory. So yeah, you're probably right on that.
Yeah.
I will listen, guys. In closing, is there any other Easter eggs that you guys want to talk about that we might have missed in the trailer, or did you guys cover everything?
No, he can go first, and then I'll go.
I was gonna say quick Easter egg. If you're looking, there's a background kind of template where you see that what's possibly looks like Mecha Godzilla, and to me that kind of confirmed it. There's like a little scare where I forget the guy's name from the last movie, the guy who played the dad, but he walks in, it's like Godzilla's rampaging.
Oh, Kyle Chandler.
Yeah. So he walks in, and then that background with the Asian guy, you see like there's like a template of like
that Asian guy. That Asian guy is Shirazawa's son.
So there you go.
The one who sacrificed himself in the last movie.
Okay,
Godzilla.
there you go.
Yeah,
Which that's perfect, because you see kind of like the outline of like something that looks to me like it could be Mecha Godzilla, because it has like a little what do you call it? A little line across it that says like battery level or whatever like that. So to me, that's a little quick Easter egg. It's worth a relook either way, just to see.
Yeah, it's a study for fans like us. We got to study.
Yes, and there's a lot of callbacks and there's a ton of Easter eggs. But
I'll let many, like Kong being on a boat that goes back to the 62 fight, Kong being subdued and drugged, because in the original Godzilla and Kong fight, they got Kong drunk off of the berry on the island.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
There goes the tanks on his neck, like that's the drug, like whether it's to juice him up, whether it's to sedate him, whether it's to have him hallucinate. You have to get him in chains and complacent. But there's way more Easter eggs, like where they're fighting, how Godzilla's taking the jets down with his tail, him going through the boat. I think I saw legendary insignia in the scene with the guy when he says, "I have the same theory."
Yeah.
And I think it's like lit up in the back. I'm like, wait a minute, like it's a whole. There's a lot going on without giving up the movie choice. I don't mind, but I don't want to. At the same time, I don't want to spoil it for people just in case. But I have a lot of theories with a lot of things you're showing because I'm a fan. I see a lot of stuff. I also think we might get Destroyer.
Oh,
now I think we might get Destroyer. I think he might be the actual big baddie. And the thing that gives that up is from King of the Monsters, the Kevin, the head that Godzilla ripped off. That's been known as Kevin. And they dropped the oxygen destroyer in the ocean. So you drop the oxygen destroyer, you have this cell from the King Ghidorah head, and okay, now what? It just takes a new life form, and now you got destroyer.
I'm hoping not. You could be right. Because I think I don't want it to be something where it's like a smorgasbord. It's way too many monsters, too many. It's like then it gets just a little too much to me. But you could be right. I'm hoping they kind of contain it to Kong, Godzilla, Mecha Godzilla.
No, not happening, because you already got Mothra's egg.
Yeah, but then they got license to do more movies. You still got material. It's still only it's gonna be like a 2-hour movie. It's not gonna be like a
I thought they cut it down.
So yeah, it's okay, but I'm just saying it's still contained to
but
2 hours less.
Yeah, I'm going off.
That's a lot to put in one movie. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Easter eggs. I think a big Easter egg was the scene with the newspaper clippings on the wall. You have a lot of
for sure.
You have a lot of Godzilla attacks, and it says Godzilla attack Apex, Godzilla attack Apex. There's like all these attacks around the globe, and if we got to dig in deep, that's a trailer breakdown because you got all these attacks and where they are on the planet correlates to, all right, this movie in this year, like Monarch Base 75. That would be because Godzilla vs. Mecha Godzilla came out in 1975.
Yeah.
Easter egg. Like there's a lot of fan service.
There's a lot of really good fan
a lot.
service.
Yeah,
Well, let me
there's a
ask
lot.
y'all. Let me ask y'all this before we close out. And
Yep.
by the way, this has been Godzilla vs. Kong trailer talk and trailer review. But the part of the trailer review I want to ask Quasi and Finale is on a scale from 1 to 10. What do we give this trailer?
Oh man, that's a good question.
I'll
I
go
give it a
second.
straight 9. I'm not gonna give it a 10 because I don't think it's perfect. But I'm gonna at least say, yo. And here's the thing, because the trailer really is just supposed to get you excited for the movie. So in that case, mission accomplished. I've already been excited because I'm a fan, but I think if I'm just a passive person watching it, I'd be a little more, because I've seen even the stuff, the tweets and stuff are like, yo, I wasn't looking forward to this, but I just saw the trailer. This just looks incredible. So to me, mission accomplished. I'll give the trailer at least a 9 on that. Like I said, I'm hoping, like that it's more than just a misdirect. The story is a little more in depth versus what they're just showing you in the trailer. But I think the trailer's accomplished what it's supposed to do. I'll leave it at that.
Finale
give
1,
it a-
1 through 9. I mean 1 through 10. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8 because I think it did its job. I know what they're doing. I get it. Like he said, it's gonna get people that don't know about the franchise or care about it interested. It looks like a hell of a ride. It looks eye gouging, entertaining. It looks like that. But I have a personal gripe with that. It seems like they're right now it's focused on Kong and it's a Godzilla movie. And that's the point I'm taking away from it. Like it all looks like it's based on Kong. The whole trailer, everything is Kong and Kongness, and most of it's his scene. Like they're keeping Godzilla shrouded in mystery, which I understand, but I'm gonna be biased, and that's why I'm gonna take a point from it because it's supposed to be a Godzilla movie, and right now it's focused on Kong. So it's like they're using Kong as a selling point for a Godzilla movie.
Once again, I think that's sorry to interrupt. I think that's part of the misdirect, as you probably are gonna know. Like his right with Mega Godzilla, they got to shroud a lot of the stuff with Godzilla, for now.
But that's why I'm gonna take away a point for that. It was all got Kong upper hand. Like they only showed Kong putting beats on Godzilla. They didn't show Godzilla hitting him one time.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's like you watching your favorite football team just getting destroyed, and that's not what it's going to be, but that's what they're promoting.
Right.
It still has high numbers. Finale gave it an 8. Quasi gave it a 9. And me, I can't really base it off of the same things they're basing it off. So I'm just going to base it off of visuals and the way it looks visually. And for me, I give it an 8 based off of just visuals because that's all I really know about this. So
that's good, man.
Seems like it's a great trailer altogether.
It's a trending topic. That's good for Godzilla. I'm
back
happy.
to what I said. Yeah, mission accomplished. If
trending topic.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Well, this has been trailer review and trailer talk. I'm DJ Sus1. That's Quasi. That's my brother Finale. It's the feature presentation. The feature presentation.com where movies and music meet. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and like this video and also click the bell to get notifications so you know when we post some more because we're gonna be doing this every week. Trailer review, movie talk, TV show talk, and all that. All right, we up out of here.
There it is.
Clutch. All right.